video. December is here, and for me this is a month when I think a lot about journaling because I'm working on my December daily. I'm looking at my end of year journaling, and I'm also looking at ways in which I want to memory keep in the new year or journal in the new year. So I thought that I would pull out some of my journals and show you how I use sometimes unexpected materials in fun ways, and I thought maybe you'd get a few ideas. So this was a board book for children, and it was very fun because it has a lot of interactive elements, and that's kind of what I built upon to create this book. And this book was just all about creating something fun for me to look at, something inspiring. It also has some space for journaling if I want to do that. But mostly it was just pictures of what my life is and what I want my life to be. So this is the creative side. There's a little bit of the business here, and then travel. So just something nice to look upon. So this is my wheel of things that I usually do, and these are the categories in which I create goals for myself. So this is just a children's board book that's been altered, and I wanted to point out some fun techniques. So the tree over here has been created by crumpling up tissue paper, and I just stuck it down and then painted it. So I thought that turned out nice, and then I did it over here for the grass as well, and on the inside. So that turned out really great. And then this was a fold out that I kept, but you could go ahead and add any shape into a book to create a journaling spot like this. So next up is this book that I actually made using an Amazon mailer. So as you can see over here, this was a mailer that I painted and then I collaged on top of it. So let me zoom out a little bit so that you can see the whole thing. The edges are done up in washi tape. Then I put some stickers on top, a few little bits of ephemera, and that's pretty much it. These are all napkins that I've decoupaged to the cover, and this makes a very, very sturdy cover. So that's something to look at. This was a page, this was a piece of a shopping bag from a boutique, and so I turned those into pages, and then some paper bags, a file folder. Again, these are all mostly paper bags or magazine covers. And as you can see over here, I've just done a very simple pamphlet stitch to stitch these in. And this is some scrapbook paper. So this is also a journal ready to use. I can, journal inside, use words, use images, collage, do watercolor. So all sorts of fun things, but this is essentially all made from junk. But the Amazon mailers or any other bubble mailers make really, really good covers for journals if you want to decoupage and create them like that. They also take acrylic paint pretty well. So next up is this journal that I made. And I use a lot of picture books and old children's storybooks from secondhand shops to use in my collage. So this is where the image is from. And then inside there's a pocket. And for this journal, I just use single-sided scrapbook paper. And then on the inside, the white side is where I went ahead and added stuff. So this is the pattern side. And then there's music paper in one, old book pages, some other plain pages. This is the belly band, and I've kept some scraps that I want to use in this journal. There's an envelope over here with some more scraps. And the binding for this is actually very, very simple. What I've done is I've just taken all of these signatures, and I brought the thread over the binding and just tied it here. And what that does is that if I really want to, I can slide these out of here, kind of like a traveler's notebook, but each page or 2 or 3 pages create a signature, and then you just tie them on the spine, which I think is a fun and easy way to bind. You don't have to stitch anything at all. So this one over here was made using paper sheets that I painted with my I believe he was 4 at the time, 4-year-old nephew, and then I stitched them and created this little journal that documented a trip that I took. So again, you can use these things in very unexpected ways. This is, as you can see over here, these are just 2 sheets of paper that were painted over. Then I did a little bit of stenciling on them and just used ephemera from the trip to create this. And this is one of my all-time favorites because it really brings back memories of that art session that I had with my nephew. So the paper we painted, and then I went over it with doodles and stenciling, and then I added some collage elements. Next up is this journal. This is a watercolor journal, and this is a trip that I took that was very close to my heart, and I did a lot of painting. I'm not very confident in my ability to sketch and paint, but on this particular trip, I took the plunge, and I kind of like what happened with these. They're not perfect, the sketches, by any stretch of the imagination, but I like the feeling, and I really liked doing these pages. So sometimes, maybe doing certain things outside your comfort zone is a good thing because it just adds another dimension to your journaling and your memory keeping. And this journal is actually very, very different to the other ones that you've seen, mostly collage stuff, but here there's a lot of painting. And so there's a lot of journaling. I'm just trying to skip through some of these pages. Again, a lot of painting here, some collage, again more collage, and then I did a little idea spread of a project that came to me while I was traveling. And again, this was all paint. So I really wanted to use watercolor paints on this trip, and that's what I took with me, and that's what I use. Sometimes it's really fun while you're traveling to take supplies that you would not normally use because you're kind of stuck with them and that's all you have. And I love doing that to push myself out of the comfort zone. So this is another journal that I've made that I am not sure yet, use for my December daily this year. Again, this is all made from old book pages and scraps of paper. So as you can see, this is a fold out over here. The card that I've used over here is from cereal boxes. You can use any kind of sturdy card and just, cover it up, do a lot of collage. I will be adding some fun tutorials on my YouTube for creating books like these. So if you're interested, please do hit the subscribe button below and the bell to be notified of when I upload those videos. This is just a piece of vellum that I put in. Again, old book pages, but with ribbon at the end. This is a greeting card that I had. So just odds and ends together make some, really fun journals with a lot of dimension and a lot of personality. So I hope this video has given you some ideas on what you want to do for your December daily or your journal for the new year. Do let me know if you would like to see more videos about journaling and how to make books and journals. Until next time, bye-bye.